Tennis, a sport of huge highs and devastating lows.
Travelling the world playing tennis is a hell of a job.
There's no off-season, really.
You can be playing the next week, you could be playing the next day.
But what goes into every top tennis player?
Lots of pressure and loads of expectation.
Before they even reach the top 100 or 200.
Once you feel like you can mentally compete, you're almost halfway there.
What does it take to become the best?
Your life becomes tennis, it revolves around tennis, it's 52 weeks a year.
We all sacrifice our lives.
Behind the scenes with Britain's future game changers.
People just see the end product.
They don't see the tough times. All these guys at the top are willing to do whatever it takes, and if you aren't, you might not get as far as your talent deserves to.
From the young guns, Ben Bartram, Felix Gill, Sonay Kartal and Arthur Fery, to doubles specialists Ali Collins and Freya Christie, and those poised to enter their prime as a player. Alistair Gray, Eden Silva, Ryan Peniston and Billy Harris. This is Beyond the Baseline.
Are you aiming for me?
I'm Ben Bartram, I'm from Norwich and I play wheelchair tennis. I'm currently ranked number 17 in the world. I used to play wheelchair basketball. I stopped playing that for a bit because I was really bad in the team environment. I used to lose my head all the time and I'd blame my teammates for all the losses. My parents made that decision that I wasn't cut out for it. After that, I didn't play any sport for about a year and then I heard about Alfie.
Alfie!
I'm Alfie Hewitt, I'm 25 years old and I'm a professional wheelchair tennis player. I'm a 3-time silver Paralympic medalist and a 23 Grand Slam champion. Wait, it is 23, right? It is 23.
I saw him at the Paralympics getting 2 silver medals and that just inspired me to start playing.
We're in Villamora, Portugal for the World Team Cup, which is the wheelchair equivalent of the Davis Cup or Billie Jean King Cup. And here we have centre court, which is where we will be on Sunday for the men's final. Friends with everyone, really. Everyone's friends with each other. First set, Martin. The second set, 4-3 to Alwande. I played juniors with Ola, and he's now on number 2. Yeah, he's a little bit insane. I played him in the World Team Cup final in 2021, and I lost to him. Yeah, I'll get my own back one day. I've just got to be world number 1.
I think he's really coming out of his shell, especially in this last year. He's recently really developed in his game and to a level now that we can train together and we really test each other.
Who can bench press more, you or Alfie?
Me.
And who's winning on a tennis court, you or Alfie?
I don't know, I haven't played him in a while.
Oh, yeah.
I've been around him since I started playing, so it's made it easier to form a connection with him.
Don't walk into the pole.
I see a lot of similarities with his mindset and mentality with his life as well, to where I was when I was 16, 17. So, I think we obviously have a lot in common and we can talk all things Norwich and Norfolk, and he's got obviously some good tennis potential, but it's important, especially in events like World Team Cup, that it's a good group, good people to be around. Ben, you look really good on camera right now.
Do I?
Yeah.
I'm learning lots of new stuff, being with Alfie and Gio and everyone else on the team. You'll pick up so much experience and see little tips and tricks that they do and what makes them elite and the best in the world.
Film star?
The effect that they've had has been massive. You look at Alfie last year at Wimbledon, on court 1, it was just unbelievable.
And that is some reception.
I think that match in itself has brought so much more attention to wheelchair tennis.
Game, set a match, here
And Gordon got the gold medal in Rio. He was leading the sport for a long time and he definitely inspired many people to pick up a racket and play.
He's 17 years old, he's top 20 now in the rankings, So he's doing a lot of good things. Last year was sort of his breakthrough year, I'd say.
Winning the US Open was massive for me. You know, that was the first ever junior Grand Slam, and to win it is, you know, that's down in history forever. Gave me confidence going forward, cementing myself at the top of the juniors. That was my first ever experience at a Grand Slam, something that I'll be grateful for forever.
He's got a big game. His forehand's one of the biggest on tour. Obviously incredibly quick as well. He's got good speed. He's got power in every one of his shots. It's great to have those big shots and big forehands and be able to pull it off. But you know, when you're deep in a third set perhaps, or you're in a Grand Slam final and the nerves are getting to you, you've got to be able to have other tools to maybe get you through those moments.
Oh, why have I done that?
He will learn that for sure with time and experience.
Patriotic, long live the king and that. I'm really happy that I managed to find wheelchair tennis for myself, and it's opened up so many opportunities for me, and yeah, it's really given me a purpose in my life.
As Ben takes his first steps into the professional game, another Brit has an opportunity to reach a Grand Slam main draw, the pinnacle of the sport and a world away from his first steps on the tennis ladder.
After juniors, I started playing futures, and at the start, I didn't have the money for flights, paying for flights every week, so I thought the easiest way to get around Europe is on wheels. Got a Ford Transit van. My dad helped me fit the van out with a bed in the back. I had my stringer machine, a little cooker that I used to take outside the van. Stocked up at Aldi on the way to Dover. Some weeks in the van were obviously colder than others. When I was in France, the first few weeks of being in the van, it was snowing outside. I'd be waking up and scraping the ice off the inside of the van. My olive oil that I used for my fry-up was all frozen solid. It was a bit of a wake-up call. I had to get somewhere a bit warmer pretty quick. Travelling from Portugal to Poland, back to Germany, France. Covered some mileage in the van. It was good times.
Today sees the first round 2 matches take to the court at Wimbledon's qualifying tournaments. 128 players remain across the men's and women's draws, each looking to secure a place at the championships.
Coming into Wimbledon qualifying, I was feeling good. Played and practiced with top guys, so that definitely helped. In the second round, I played Hugo Gaston. He was a player that I'd never played before, and I don't think I've played anyone quite like his game style. He was very fast, very skillful. Such an awkward player. In the first set, I didn't really know what was going on.
Tricky start to this contest. Harris struggling to figure his opponent out.
Just hitting so many drop shots, slicing the ball, getting everything back in court. Going into the second set, I knew I needed to be a bit more aggressive. I started to work out his serve was coming in at a weird angle. I think he hit something like 20 drop shots and didn't miss one. Had to play a good match to come back and win that one.
Triple match point for the non-seeded Brit. Now that is a monumental triumph. Billy Harris into the final round of qualifying.
What's your plan now? Stretch, eat, recover and get the body ready for tomorrow. I'm pretty stiff after that. I might go and get in an ice bath so I don't start cramping.
With Billy one match away from stepping up to a Grand Slam, Ben is also looking to step up his level as he prepares to take on much more experienced opponents.
I'm currently playing at the British Open, which is a Super Series event. It's one level below a Grand Slam, so you have all the best players in the world playing here. Yeah, I'm here hoping to, have a big result against a very good player.
What's it now, Ben? We've been here 4 years?
Yeah. 4 years? 4 years then?
I looked a lot younger when I started.
Ben's first Lexus British Open on the Pro Tour starts with a match against Frenchman Nicolas Jarrier.
Just go and play. Yeah? Just go and be you.
And a mature and measured performance sees Ben win convincingly in straight sets.
A solid performance from Ben Bartram to get his Lexus British Open campaign underway.
Ben, well done. How was that performance out there today for you?
Yeah, the performance was good. I'm happy with the way that I played. It's my first hardcourt match in quite a while, so it took a couple of games to get used to it again. But yeah, I'm happy with the way that I'm playing going forward into my next round.
How did you feel out there? Were you all right? Yeah?
A positive start.
That's good then.
But the second round presents a formidable opponent.
In the second round, I played Gustavo Fernandez, who's a pretty stacked Argentinian guy. I've played him before, so I know how he plays. I've watched him loads.
It's a good start for Ben, taking a 2-love lead. But soon, his opponent's experience starts to show.
No, that's not landing. Fernandez showing his level and experience, and that's naturally getting under Bartram's skin. Too much on the Bartram forehand.
Yeah, I think I've still got a couple more years until I'm going to be able to beat him, because he's a little bit too good at the minute for me.
He's competing at the top end of the game now and not getting as many wins as he probably was previously. I know he's a competitive kid and you can see the emotion when he plays.
One thing I've learned is that hitting the ball hard definitely doesn't result in winning. So yeah, in the last couple of years I've sort of had to tame myself a little bit and take a bit of pace off the ball.
Well, he's targeting it, wasn't he?
After a disappointing result, Ben sits down with his coach Neil to discuss the match.
So I made some notes on things to tell you on that, because we've got to go back and just work, we've got to get that right.
Yeah, well, what is there to do? Like, I feel like I've literally done everything I can possibly do.
Because I'm young, I sort of want everything now and I'm very impatient with it and I want to win now.
I've tried different grips, tried different positions, tried literally everything, and it just feels so uncomfortable. And that's like what it feels like. When I go into practice, or from practice to a match, everything just feels so uncomfortable and unnatural.
In a match compared to practice?
I never really dwell on losses for too long. I watch the match back and I can see where it is I'm going wrong, and then I'll also watch matches of Alfie or Gordon against Gustavo and see what they do differently to beat him.
Started off and did everything we said. Thought, okay. And then your movement got a little static, but then if you said you got tight, that's probably why. Was it tight because you were winning? Okay. Again, I know it's experience, but it is just, okay, we'll just keep doing what we're doing, not worry about what the score is.
Can't not.
No, exactly, but it is only 2, then do it again for 3, do it again for 4.
I've got to trust that it's a process and I'm not going to get there overnight, and I'm going to have to work very hard for it.
For Billy Harris, the hard work continues too, as he finds himself 1 win away from a place in the Wimbledon main draw.
When I woke up in the morning for the final round qualifying, I was obviously a bit nervous. It's always been a dream to play at Wimbledon. After the second round win, I started to get quite a lot of text messages through. I just stay off my phone and keep it simple, focus on my game. I'd never played a 5-set match before.
Final qualifying match for the Championships Wimbledon.
I got a couple tips off some of the other guys, like don't rush the first set, don't think that you've got to change anything too quick because it's a long match. He was serving big all match. High percentage first serve. I think he was having a very good day himself. The second set, I took him to a tiebreak. I had a little chance in the second set.
Harris fighting hard to stay in this match. Medjedovic has too much for the Brit. It's 2-0.
I was trying to obviously drag it out to a fourth set.
Match point number 3 gets Medjedovic into the main draw.
Yeah, he just served his way through the match and had a bit too much for me on the day. Overall, from the grass season, I took away some confidence and just realising that, you know, the top level, they're obviously a long way off in points, but the level when I'm actually playing against those guys is it's not too far off. Just made me hungrier to keep grinding away on the Challenger Tour, trying to get up to that level and play Grand Slams again.
Whilst the qualifying tournament was a springboard for Billy's rise up the rankings, it was a Wimbledon to remember for local boy Arthur Fery.
Little girl sandwich, woke up a bit late. It's my birthday actually today.
Leading out Daniel Medvedev onto #1 court at Wimbledon.
I've had a few days now to reflect on it and it was a great experience. I couldn't really have expected much of a better kind of moment playing one of the top guys on a big court. And obviously being here at Wimbledon, at home, it's nice. I had so much support, yeah, so many friends coming to watch me, so that was really special as well. It definitely felt surreal at the start. Definitely felt a bit weird, a bit out of place. But then the whole thing becomes a bit of a green screen around you and you focus on the court. Pretty proud of how I played and one of the biggest day in my career so far. Definitely positive and a good indicator that maybe it's time to move on to the Pro Tour.
There you go.
There you go, 12th of July. It's my birthday present. Birthday girl.
And Arthur's post-Wimbledon confidence was well-founded. An impressive second half of 2023 would see him record consecutive victories over former world #7 David Goffin and reach his first ATP Challenger final on the way to a career-high ranking.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Villabora Tennis and Paddle Academy for the 2023 World Team Cup.
The World Team Cup is a team event. It's the only one in the wheelchair calendar. Tennis is so individual that it's quite nice to have something different in the year. It's not often I'm sitting there supporting Gordon in a singles match.
A significant challenge awaits for Alfie and the team in the final. 6-time World Team Cup men's champions and current holders the Netherlands, their opponents.
It's been amazing to be able to play alongside those guys and have them both as massive role models.
Edberink with the slice deep, Reader's up to it, digs out his own slice.
Yes, Gio! Being around them definitely helps. They've just been really great to me in my career so far.
Let's go, Gio!
With Gordon victorious, the British team find themselves one win away from becoming world champions. And with Gordon carrying a slight injury, team captain Martin Waite calls on Ben to prepare in case the tie goes to the deciding doubles match.
You're going to warm up with Alex. Yep. Make a decision when he's been assessed.
Martin spoke to you about warming up here? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We, of course, as role models in wheelchair tennis, look after our own ones and mentor them and try and help them learn and grow. It's important to me.
That second to last point, ridiculous. When you were like out here and he had the smash, oh, that was nuts.
I've gone from being a huge fan of Alfie to competing with him.
How's he pulled that one out, eh?
So it's just great, and that's definitely a massive motivation to me to, one day be able to beat these guys.
As Ben warms up, Alfie takes to the court for what could be the deciding match.
Really tense contest early on here.
Not many people have the opportunity to be playing around those guys, so I'm using every minute as valuable experience and taking in as much from it as I possibly can.
Yes, Al. Let's go, Al. Here we go.
You want to do your country proud, you're putting on the GB shirt, and representing your country is a big deal.
It all comes down to this, a championship point. And there it is, Great Britain's men are World Team Cup champions.
It's a special feeling to win the World Team Cup, to step up to the occasion and perform well and bring back the trophy is what everyone in the team wants.
We did everything right.
That tournament has definitely given myself lots of confidence. Playing with those guys is a confidence booster in itself. Words can't describe it, it was just unreal.
As the week goes, it was a pretty spectacular one for GB. The men's and the juniors won the gold and the women's narrowly missed out on a bronze. So, a successful week for the nation just shows the sort of influence that the LTA and what good work's doing for British tennis, and we're in a strong position and there's a good future ahead.
This year has just been a massive year of learning for me. It's really motivated me to keep pushing and just keep going for it, and I look forward to see what next year brings.
Your time is going to be there, and I can't wait to see it, all right? Can't wait to see it.
My goals would be to beat another top 10 player. I would also like to play in another Grand Slam next year, whether it be Australia, Roland Garros, Wimbledon or US Open.
Pretty good.
Just want to beat the best players, really.
For Ben and all of Britain's game-changing tennis stars, world ranking will endure as the benchmark that grabs headlines. But their journeys so far represent much more than just a number. The rewards for work on and off the court might not be seen today or tomorrow.
I like what they see.
But the drive to keep training, pushing and committing ensures that their stories will continue to be written.
Peniston, 2 sets to love, 6-4, 6-2.
That's it. Job done. Gracias.
Brilliant.
Lovely job.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Cheers for that.
In one take.
Hopefully it comes out all